Good evening to you, bro.
Good evening, bro.
No, I'm chopping today.
Oh, okay, let's chop it.
How you doing today?
I'm all right.
Amazing. Today we saw Burkina Faso going toe to toe with their opponents today, and we saw that it was really a tough game. But at the end of the day, the super substitute, talking about Bertrand Traore, came in and was able to stay for some minutes. Thank God for what Issa Kabore did in the 18 box, and then gave them the penalty, which Traore came and converted. It was a hard-fought victory for Burkina Faso. So I would like to get your thoughts on that matchup.
Yeah, when the game started, I was like, okay, favorite Burkina Faso will win the game. And because from the stats, I always talk about these stats. From the stats, you have a Burkina Faso sitting pretty at 57 in the world, while Mauritania is sitting on 107. So you see a very huge gap of almost times two. So what do you expect? But then these guys, they showed that they had character, because even looking at the squad, you find out that most of the players playing in that side, the Mauritanian side, play football at home. They are fully home-based. I'm talking about almost 60% of the squad. The rest, clubs that you cannot trace their history, my brother. That's the right word. But for Burkina Faso, you have a nation that has been building their football, no matter how you see it. Okay, mind you, in 2013, the last time Nigeria got this Nations Cup, it was against Burkina Faso in the finals in 2013. In the days of Bansi. Oh, see, African football. And big shout out to Bansi out there. That's an excellent guy out there. Just late last year, he took a chunk of young boys from Burkina Faso to Europe. Count them. As many as he moved them, he shipped them out. I know, yeah. Some persons might be like, oh, come on. But then, so just imagine in the next few years, let's just even say in the next 5 to 7 years, are you telling me that those boys will not be able to come back to the national team and get their place? And the cool thing about him is that he has a football academy that is really thriving too. So shout out to them. Well, that's why we are here in Football Intel, to tell people, look at what is happening here and there, and also to spread the message of Africa, to tell people out there that Africa is not where they used to be. Okay, we have legends out there that have come into the space to say, okay, our young lads needs to be like me or be greater than me. Let me coach them, let me nurture them, and so that at the end of the day, the country will reap from the GDP that these young lads are bringing. So that's very exciting. I'm not here to talk just business. We are here to talk football and football business. So down to today's game. The game started on a very nice note, but then I also noticed one thing. One thing I need our African players to do. We shoot a whole lot of shots. They shoot shots. If that shot, banger. Why? But the problem is that they don't hit on target. They don't hit on target. In fact, even hitting the bar, they don't hit. These are the issues, and I think that is wastefulness. Okay, and sometimes they shoot the shot when you are not even relaxed. You know, like. So there was so much wastages today in that game. Burkina Faso on their own, we cannot also undermine the experience they came with. Someone like the Aston Villa guy, Bertrand Traore, which he came in late due to he had an injury, so they were just managing him. So he came in late. What about the guy in Burma? These guys, Burkina Faso is not okay right now. They're not topping the league. They are table. They are topping.
They are topping. Yeah.
Okay, ahead of Algeria. Okay, so I see them going further. At least I hope they will make it to the quarterfinals. These are my hopes. And with what they showed today, never say never, they waited to the end. And big ups to Mauritania that gave in all their best. Unfortunately, it is football. Hearts can be broken, which happened today at the tail end. 90 plus 6 minutes.
Wow.
That was when the goal was scored and they lost all the whole points out there. So it was a beautiful afternoon of football. We enjoyed ourselves. They showed some class too. Aside the balls that were just flying up they do show some class. And if you also notice, that reminded me, or that brought me to the near conclusion that the reason why most of our attackers don't make it to Europe is because of things like that. That's why scouts are always after African players when it comes to defense and even defensive midfield, not even creative midfield, 4 and defense line. If you go and check very well, that is where our brothers are playing outside the country, outside Africa. That is where they are playing. So we need to coach our attackers the more. Speed, we have the speed. Our guys are trying. Stamina, they are trying. But then we need accuracy. When you are if you must shoot that ball, that is why clubs like Arsenal, Barcelona. But then when we say these clubs are going down. But even if you mention like Man City, you cannot just be shooting. But in fact, you don't have the rights. If it's not David De Bruyne, if it's not Rodri, you cannot just from nowhere start shooting the ball unless you just want. What will happen the next game? They will just bench you. They know that you don't have that capacity too. But in Africa, everybody wants to shoot. Why don't you drill in, go in there and score the goal? Like a smooth operator. Go in, do your thing and score goal. And not when you are very far. Hey, hit me! The ball has gone off the stadium. Like so, well, we wish them the best. At the end of the day, let's see what happens. Are we going to get shocker in that group? Maybe. But then, the favorites for me still remains Algeria and Burkina Faso. Maybe Angola might still make some offsets out there. But then, when CAF has given people the opportunity to get the best third place. It also gives rooms for more nations to come in during the knockout stages. Yeah.
All right, so we are drawing the curtain at this point. Thank you so much for being part of this program.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.